Hello and welcome to Kiddi English Stories YouTube channel. Please subscribe the channel and turn on the notification. Today I am going to listen a story about the butter mix-up. Once upon a time, in the bustling city of Agra, there lived a humble butter merchant named Sumal. He was known far and wide for the quality of his butter, which was so rich and creamy that even the emperor himself, Akbar, was a loyal customer. Sumal's small shop was a cozy nook in the heart of the city, and he took great pride in his work. One sunny morning, as Sumal was meticulously churning butter, two businessmen named Michael and Sumal entered his shop. They appeared to be in the middle of a heated argument, their faces flushed with anger. The commotion caught Sumal's attention, and he put down his churning rod to listen. "What seems to be the matter, gentlemen?" Sumal inquired, his kindly eyes fixed on the pair. Michael, a stout man with a bushy beard, was the first to speak. "Sumal," he began, his voice laced with frustration, "last month, I lent this man some money to help him out of a tough spot. But now he refuses to pay me back." Sumal furrowed his brow, surprised by the accusation. He knew Michael and had always thought of him as an honorable man. "Is this true, Michael?" he asked, turning to the accused. Michael nodded vigorously. "Indeed, Sumal. I lent him a considerable sum, and now he's denying that he ever took a single coin from me." Sumal sighed deeply, concern etched on his face. It was unusual for him to get involved in others' affairs, but he respected both men and couldn't bear to see them in such distress. "Let's get to the bottom of this," he declared. "Michael, how much money did you lend to Sumal?" Michael took a moment to compose himself before answering. "I lent him 500 gold coins, and I have witnesses to prove it." Sumal nodded thoughtfully. "And Sumal, do you deny borrowing this money from Michael?" Sumal, a lean man with a friendly demeanor, shook his head vehemently. "I swear by all that is sacred, Sumal, I never borrowed any money from Michael. I have no reason to lie." With both parties steadfast in their claims, Sumal pondered the situation carefully. He knew that accusations like these could ruin reputations and friendships if not handled judiciously. Turning to Michael, he asked, "Michael, do you have any evidence to support your claim?" Michael scratched his head, deep in thought. "I have a promissory note that Sumal signed, acknowledging the debt," he said. Sumal's eyes widened in surprise. A promissory note was indeed a significant piece of evidence. "May I see this note, Michael?" he requested. Michael reached into his satchel and produced a crumpled piece of parchment. The note was signed by Sumal, stating that he had borrowed 500 gold coins from Michael and would repay the debt within a month. Sumal examined the note closely, his heart sinking as he realized that his own signature adorned it. The courtroom fell into a hushed silence as Summel read the note. He knew he hadn't borrowed any money from Michael, but the evidence seemed damning. His mind raced, trying to make sense of the situation. How could his signature be on such a note? Akbar, the wise emperor of India, had been observing the proceedings from his throne. He was known for his keen sense of justice and his ability to resolve disputes with wisdom and fairness. He leaned forward and addressed Summel. "Summel, do you recognize this signature on the promissory note?" Summel hesitated, his heart heavy with confusion. "Yes, Your Majesty," he replied, his voice trembling. "It is my signature, but I swear I never borrowed any money from Michael." Akbar nodded thoughtfully. "Very well," he said. "We shall adjourn for today, and I will conduct a thorough investigation to get to the truth of this matter. Until then, neither of you shall take any further action against the other." With that, the court was adjourned, and Summel, Michael, and the gathered spectators left the palace, their minds filled with uncertainty and curiosity about the outcome of the emperor's investigation. Days turned into weeks as Akbar meticulously examined the evidence and interviewed witnesses. He soon discovered the truth behind the mysterious promissory note. It turned out that Michael had lent money to another man named Summel, who happened to have the same name as the butter merchant. The two Summels were unrelated and had never met before. Michael had mistakenly accused the wrong man, and the promissory note was indeed genuine. Akbar summoned both Summels and Michael to his court once more to rectify the situation. Michael, feeling deeply embarrassed for his hasty accusations, apologized profusely to Summel the butter merchant. Summel, ever gracious and understanding, forgave Michael with a warm smile. "We are all human, my friend," he said. "Mistakes happen, and it is how we rectify them that truly matters." Akbar, pleased with the resolution, commended Summel for his forgiving nature and Michael for his humility in admitting his error. He declared that such incidents should serve as a lesson to all, highlighting the importance of thorough investigation and the consequences of jumping to conclusions. The story of the mistaken identity and the subsequent resolution spread throughout the city of Agra. It became a popular tale, often retold as a cautionary tale of the dangers of hasty judgments and the importance of seeking the truth. In the end, Summel's reputation as a wise and just butter merchant remained intact, and Michael learned a valuable lesson about the perils of making accusations without concrete evidence. The people of Agra, inspired by their emperor's wisdom and the grace of Summel, came to realize that it was always better to seek the truth, even when faced with seemingly undeniable evidence to the contrary. As for Summel, he continued to churn his butter with the same dedication and passion as before, knowing that the lessons of this unusual dispute would stay with him for a lifetime. And whenever someone asked him about the ordeal, he would simply smile and say, in the end, it is not the mistakes we make that define us, but how we choose to rectify them. Hope you like the story. Please hit the like button and share with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thank you.